Okay, something a little bit different from the norm. Hang on tight, let's have a look. This is another project that we're getting involved in. It's done by another workshop, and we're helping out the other workshop in this restoration. This is the first part of this restoration that we are doing, which will then be the dashboard. We're not only doing the wood, we're actually doing the dash pad and the knee pads or crash pads that goes around, as well as the center switch bezel, and then obviously the trim that goes around this side as well. First part is we're going to have a look at the wood. This is the part of a project or of a restore that takes the longest to do. So we're first going to have a look at the wood. This was covered properly. I've actually started picking off all the loose pieces of veneer, so that we can have a look at where the damages is and that type of thing. For the most part, cubby lid is in a fairly decent nick. The dash has been re-varnished at some point in time, which means it was sanded down, and this veneer that's on the dash is extremely thin, a little bit thicker than paper. So we are going to re-veneer this. We are going to do a teak finish on it, and then when we're done, the whole dash will then be finished off in satin black. Satin clear. So it's first time that I've worked with satin on wood, so I'm pretty excited to see the end result of that. But in any case, yeah, so cubby is fairly decent. I will be plugging up the screw holes on the bottom. They are a bit loose, and we will be fitting new screws at the end of this restoration. Problem areas on the main dash itself. Basically, we've got a little bit of delamination on the back skin, as you can see there. Unfortunately, that does happen with water ingress and that type of thing. So we will be sealing the wood off. Where we do have a major delamination is in this section over here. You can see there's quite a bit of delamination. So we'll fix that up, and we'll get going on that. But first, yeah, let's get all the old veneer off and let's see what we're working with. cubby, like I said, looks pretty decent. I'm happy with what we've got here. There is an issue with the one screw. It did push through and break the wood on the front side, but that's a relatively easy fix, as you saw me doing there. Once this is dried up, this is just a normal wood filler. Once this is dried up, we'll sand that flat, and then the cubby is ready to get some veneer on it. So we're happy with that one. The next part we will need to look at is going to be this delamination that's happening here. I don't know if you can, if the camera, hang on, let me see what the camera is showing. So you can see we've actually got quite a few of the plies that's delaminating. So unfortunately there's only one way to fix this, and that's to break it and fill it and glue it and put it back in place again. So we'll be doing that next. Okay, so I don't have those missing pieces there. Unfortunately, not much I can do about that. But this side where we've made the fix, I've got the clamps holding it down. So that will have to sit for a couple of hours and dry out. And then once we've got that fix in place, we'll flip it over and we'll start doing the veneer. What I am going to start doing though in the meantime that I can do is I'm going to start working on the back of the cubby and doing some veneer work there. Okay, so what I've done here is to cut 3 pieces of veneer that we're going to put on the back of a cubby. If you ever looked at the inside of one of the British cars cubbies, you'll notice that the veneer on the inside looks like it was done with offcuts. So you've got multiple strips of veneer running vertically in that direction on the inside of a cubby, and we want to replicate that. The length I'm not too worried about, as long as it's long enough to cover the inside of a cubby. What is important is this is a semi book match. So what I want to do is I want to get 2 faces on each one of them to match up perfectly, so that you've got a very tight seal where the 2 joins up. Obviously then your 3rd and 4th piece will then be the same situation, where you have to trim off a little bit on both, a little bit of sanding work, and then you get a perfectly square face to join up on. So that's what we're going to be doing next. Something that I've been thinking about for a while now. Basically the idea what I've got is to cut the 2 sides at an angle, and in doing so And basically you cause that one to overlap the other when you turn them around. So let's give it a shot, see if it works. Do need a new blade though. Okay, so we're cutting it at a 45 degree. Does work, but you will have to actually makes quite a tight seam, but I think it will be better to sand it at a 45 than to try and cut it at a 45. So for this one I'm actually just going to stick to the normal way of doing things. I'm going to have to do on the dashboard itself, I'm going to have to do another book match, and it's going to be quite an aggressive book match. I'll actually see if I can build a jig to do that one at a 45 degree angle and see how that book match works. But for now on this one I'm actually just going to do a normal sand and dress, and then we'll take it from there. Whoops. Quite interesting. I keep on getting a bump in the, or a gap in the middle. I actually think that this jig might be a bit skew. Just try and flip it over and see if it's any better that way. Not really. Okay. Sometimes it happens. Funny little fibers in the wood and that type of thing. And then also, but considering that the blade I'm using is not exactly a veneer knife, so, or veneer saw, so that would obviously also have an impact on it. Well, maybe I just needed a new blade. That's actually not a bad book match. It's actually very decent. Yeah, actually that's not bad at all. Let's just polish it up a little bit with a very fine sand, and then we should be good to move on to the next piece. Okay, so using normal wood glue. I know you get specialized veneer glues and that type of thing, but wood glue has always worked for me. Never had any issues with it. Got decent bonds. Does take a while to dry out properly, but once it's dry, yeah, I never had any issues. So I'm pretty sure there are people in the veneer field that's a lot more knowledgeable than me with regards to the types of glues to use. And please feel free to leave your comments and educate me. I'm not a veneer expert by no means. I'm like I said many times before, I'm an enthusiast builder, and I've learned to do things for myself, and I do what works for me, what I found worked. So if I'm wrong with something, please, no, don't be shy to give a hint or to help a guy out. It's you get back what you put out there. So please, if you know of a better way, I'm all ears and I'm always open to any suggestions. And I think we've got a good fit. I know it's bigger than the cubby. I use normally a router, normal small router, to cut around it, or I'll use a blade to get an initial edge on it, and then from there I can then sand and polish it up with some emery paper. So for now, that one's going to sit and dry. It does take a while for the stuff to dry. So between the dashboard itself that's drying out, and then the cubby, the inside of the cubby that's drying out, I'm going to call it that on this episode. So obviously next time I work on this again, we'll put up the next one with regards to this. Let me know what you think of the video, and as always, please leave a comment. I always love to hear from you guys, and we love to get feedback and opinions. Always good to learn some more information. So please let us know what you think, and see you on the next one. Cheers.